Hi, I'm Bill with Journey Beyond Overland. Today we've been sent a set of fender flares for our JT from Bunker Industries. Let's get this box opened up and see what we got. Nice double boxing. Looks like the product got here really nice and secure, no damage. Always good to see. All right, let's get this one opened up and see what we have. This is actually a sister company of Bunker Industries by Fiereyred. I've worked with their products before, and they seem to be good quality and usually heavy-duty stuff, so let's see what we got. Instruction manual. Fender flares themselves. And replacement push pins. That's great because I really thought I was going to have to go get some more because we always break them when we take them out. I've been down a road like this before. Each item is separately wrapped, well protected during transit. These are, to me, reminiscent of what you would see on the JL. Then you get the Extreme package, I believe it is, and you end up with 35s. They put these on from the factory, so I like what I see. Nice textured finish like the factory fenders. Strong but flexible if I rub against a tree trunk, or embankment. Ask me how I know. All marked right, left, and front and rear and all that good stuff. So it's easy to figure out where you're putting each one. Directions are very easy and straightforward. Very clearly pictured. So the next thing will be to get the install going. All right, so the next thing I want to do is get these on the JT. The only problem is the JT park's in the bay we're sitting in. My co-pilot, my editor, my cameraman, my co-driver, everything that makes this channel, she's driving that JT. Let me see if I can go find her. Maybe we can pop it into the bay. All right, look what I found. The JT is home. We're going to go ahead and get these installed. They're all marked front right, front left, rear left, so you can't mess up where they go. It's a pretty straightforward installation. You pop out the rivets. A lot of times these rivets will break. They sent all new rivets to replace them as you put them on. I'll go through the step-by-step on putting them on. On the right side, the left will be exactly the same, and I won't bother you with the redundancy of that, but you'll get a good idea of what we're going to go through here. All right, I generally jack them up when installing something like this. For instance, I've had these inner fenders out before, and I just find it a lot easier if you jack up the vehicle so that you can get the tire away from the wheel well a little bit, just gives you a little more room to work. So I'll get her jacked up and show you what I'm talking about. All right, so they do have pop rivet pliers for this very type of setup. And in theory, they work really well. You can slide in and just pop them out. But I found for whatever reason on these fenders, it just doesn't always work out. And I generally end up just saying the heck with it, using a screwdriver and a pair of pliers. We'll see how it works this time. I just remember last time I wasn't impressed with my good pliers, but they do have an application in other areas where I did think they worked well. But let's see how it goes. We're already missing one here. We do tend to bump into things a little bit off-road in the way we do. You see, that worked really well right there. Maybe we're going to get something done here. Hey, look at that. That one broke. So we'll end up having to get that piece out of there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of our rivets out of what should have been 8. One was already missing. The majority of them came out with the good pliers. So if you have these, they are worth using. I had better luck this time than I did with the original factory. These are aftermarket. All right, so we do have 2 that actually broke off and left the tip of the rivet still in there. So I'm going to try to just push them on through with my screwdriver and get them out of the way. So there's that one. That's good. Here's the other one. Here's that one. So they're all clean and ready to go for the new rivets. So we'll give that a try. All right, so next, we're just going to have to get this fitted up into place and put the rivets in, kind of like so. I'll get some rivets and we'll start to put them in. All right, and it's important to use a pop rivet tool made for plastic rivets. Harbor Freight has them. You cannot use a regular pop rivet tool because it just won't fit, won't pull the rivet for you, and it just won't work out. Getting all the holes lined up at start is a little challenging. Hopefully I got them close enough to where we can start. Go start at the top. Sometimes the pin that you're putting in the tool will push down. You just got to pull it back up a scotch to get it to grab a hold inside the tool. It's really the only aggravation I'm finding. And the last one's not quite lining up, so we'll have to finagle that a little bit. There we go. Pretty slick. Move on to the rear. All right, now on to the rear fender flare. Same thing as the front. We're going to take out all the factory push pins along the lip so that we can install the new fender flare. There we go, much better. So in closing, what do I think of the fender flares from Bunker Industries manufactured by Fiereyred? Nice finish, heavy duty, matches up with the factory fenders nicely. I think they'll help with a lot of the spray, keep you looking a little more legal for tires sticking out past the fender. I do like them. I do wish the directions maybe would state that you need a pop rivet gun made for plastic rivets only. Not everyone may automatically know that. But yeah, as long as you've got the proper plastic rivet gun, pop rivet gun, these are quick and easy to install. You just pop the original pop rivets out and then pop the new ones in and put the product on. It's a great product. Very happy with them.
Thanks so much for joining us as we try out these new fender flares from Fiereyred and Bunker Industries. If you're curious where they might be headed next, well, you should come over to Journey Beyond Overland and make sure to subscribe so you can see exactly what adventures these are going to take us on. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that like button. If you've got any questions on these or other things that we have on this Jeep, feel free to drop a line in the comments and we'll answer everything we can. And in the meantime, until we see you again on our next adventure, make sure to go out and find your own adventure.